Greetings and salutations, YouTube. My name is Charmed, and today we'll be doing another video talking about stands and how I feel like some of them are like superpowers. Also, before we begin, just in case, I would like to give a spoiler warning. Now, for those of you who are more familiar with JoJo, you may be wondering, but Charmed, all stands in JoJo are like superpowers. You would be somewhat correct, dear viewer. However, what I mean is something different. What I mean is how some stands seem to imbue their user with their ability. For starters, I would like to use two characters. Jotaro Kujo from part 3, and Jolene Kujo, his daughter, from part 6. With Jotaro, his stand, Star Platinum, does all the work. The super speed, the super strength, the super precision, all of that belongs to it, not him. However, with Jolene and her stand Stone Free, her stand seems like a superpower in the form of, well, string. She can turn up to 70% of her body into string. She can shoot out the string like webbing, kind of like Spider-Man for swinging around, and she can compact the string into a singular form for swift and powerful attacks, among other such things. From part 5, I would like to use Bucciarati and his stand Sticky Fingers. His stand is able to create zippers wherever it strikes. Bucciarati can also do the same thing, while also creating zippers on his own body for various purposes, like little storage compartments, along with other such usages. Another example from part 3 I would like to use is Iggy and his stand, The Fool. Iggy is a coffee-flavored gum-chewing dog whose stand takes on the form of sand, which allows him to manipulate the element. He can manipulate it into various forms, like miniature houses, gliders, and even a weird pocket dimension, like what he used in his fight against, with Polnareff against Vanilla Ice. No, you're probably confused. Not the rapper, I mean the vampire. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm using the word pocket dimension, as that might be confusing, possibly. I'm using that phrase because that seems to work the best from what I saw in the anime. Like, since Iggy was able to hide himself, along with Polnareff, a full-grown man, inside of that weird sand puddle pocket dimension thing, that's the terminology I'm using for it. Also, since Iggy's stand takes on the form of sand, it allows non-stand users to see it as well. Now, from part 7, I would like to use Mike O and his stand, Tubular Bells. Mike O's stand allows him to blow into metal objects like nails, fences, and even window shutters in order to give them the consistency of balloons, which have the ability to track the scent of his enemies like animals, particularly balloon dogs. But anyway, once they've located a target, they will chase the target down and return to their original metal and incredibly sharp forms to inflict damage. For part 8, I would like to use its main JoJo, Gappy, and his stand, Soft and Wet. Gappy's stand gives him the ability to create soap bubbles that can steal concepts and other such things, like friction, sound, hair, etc., for various purposes. He can also use the bubbles defensively, like, putting himself in a bubble for, like, a barrier, or creating, like, a small little layer of bubbles against his hand when he needs to push up against someone he can't afford to touch. As you can probably guess, Soft and Wet as well as Gappy can generate said bubbles. And you know what? As a bonus round, I would like to use Joseph Joestar and his stand, Hermit Purple. You probably already know this, but stands weren't officially a thing until Part 3 of JoJo. I'm specifically using Part 2 Joseph Joestar. However, it has been confirmed by Hirohiko Araki, the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, that Hermit Purple was wrapped around Joseph during the events of Part 2. This might be able to explain how he's able to predict what his enemies are about to say and do, since Hermit Purple gave him the ability of divination. Even if it was through smashing cameras and touching televisions. I mean, hey, considering how weird JoJo is, that's a pretty good explanation, I'd say. Now, for the idea of this video, I got it from watching X-Forts and his standoff video between Jolene and Bucciarati, and because he said that they used their stands like they were superpowers. So, that's where I got the idea from. It seemed like a pretty cool idea, so, I went with it. If you're interested, if that piqued your curiosity, or if you're getting a little bit more into the JoJo series as a whole, I suggest checking out his videos. They're honestly pretty cool. Lots of cool editing, he has a very entertaining personality, and I just feel like you'd enjoy it. And I believe that's all I have to say on the matter. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and share it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I am always open to constructive criticism, especially since I'm still very new when it comes to creating JoJo-related videos. Also, if you have any possibly interesting ideas, I'm up for listening to them. So with that, I bid you dudes adieu. Bye!